One of the beautiful and spiritually uplifting moments in the Shabbat morning service is when we take the Torah out of the ark. As the ark is opened and the Torah scroll taken out and marched around the sanctuary, we actually relive in that moment aspects of the service in the temple in Jerusalem itself. So even though the temple has been destroyed for 2,000 years, this aspect of the service is one of those reminders of that service in Jerusalem. Just as the Kohanim were dressed in special outfits that included bells at the bottoms of their clothing so that the people would hear the Kohen approach, so too many Torah scrolls are decorated in synagogues around the world with beautiful silver crowns that have bells on them as well. And Torah scrolls are dressed in a way to remind us of the Kohen in the temple in Jerusalem. But another element of the Torah and taking the Torah out of the ark, of course, is the opportunity then to read from the Torah on Shabbat morning, to relive the commandments from God to us, the Jewish people, and to reestablish our connection with the covenant between God and the people of Israel. And so there is even a third element of the taking of the Torah out of the ark, in terms of how many scrolls are taken out. The day itself, Shabbat itself, and its place in the calendar determines how many Torah scrolls are taken out. So, for example, last Shabbat, as we concluded the book of Exodus, we took 2 Torah scrolls out of the ark because it was a special Shabbat, Shabbat Parah. This week, one of the rare times in the calendar that we get to take 3 Torah scrolls out of the ark. One for the weekly Torah reading, for the first portion in the book of Leviticus, the portion Vayikra. Second, because it is the new month, we have another Torah from which we will read about the special offering that was brought on Rosh Chodesh. So always when it's Shabbat and Rosh Chodesh, we have 2 Torah scrolls. But because it's also Rosh Chodesh Nisan, the month of Passover, it's another one of those special Shabbatot that prepares us for the holiday, Shabbat HaChodesh. So we take 3 Torah scrolls out of the ark to remind us of our connection to the temple, to be able to remind us of our connection to the covenant, and also to remind us of where we are in the calendar. Shabbat Shalom.